This is a video about my disaster of an experience trying to ship internationally from the United States to the Philippines. Around June 22nd, 2020, I sent a very important package, very time sensitive, that was critical for my family, that it arrived there in a timely fashion. Tried to send it to Puerto Princesa, Palawan for my wife to pick up. It actually had an address of Nara, Palawan, and the closest DHL office is Puerto Princesa. So our idea was, and I made it very clear when I shipped it, I want her to be able to pick it up at the DHL office in Puerto Princesa, Palawan, which is very close to the airport. It's an actual DHL office. Um, as far as we know, they have the DHL sign out there anyway. So anyway, I did make a mistake when I shipped it. I put the wrong postal code on it. I put on it 5003 instead of 5303. And but it went out, it was shipped, but when it got to the Philippines, it was put on hold in Cebu, and it arrived in Cebu something like around June 27th or something. And then Monday, June 29th, the lady at Pack Mail in Birmingham, Alabama, which is where I shipped it from. I shipped it from Pack Mail, Birmingham, Alabama, Doug Baker Boulevard. Um, I shipped it from there, and this lady called me and wanted to know what was going on. And we talked about it, that they have not called my wife. They don't, because my wife's phone number is on the package. They can call her mobile phone any time, but nobody's ever called her about the package and how they can deliver it to her. It was just on hold and with no communication. So we determined that it had the wrong postal code. That's why it was on hold. So the lady at Pack Mail called DHL. DHL straightened it out and put the correct postal code on it. And we thought, okay, all right, end of story. It'll just be delivered. Everything's cool. At that point, like I said, DHL had been made aware, everything was cool. So, uh, once it has arrived in the Philippines, at some point, either in Cebu or in Manila, which is where it went right after this, I'm not sure which one. Here's a map so you can see where these places are. Um, it ended up going to W Express. W Express is the company that handles DHL shipments locally in the Philippines. It's kind of like a Filipino DHL. In fact, I think it used to be owned by DHL. So when you ship overseas to a place like the Philippines, it's not actually DHL who handles the package at the destination country. It's usually something like a W Express. This is where things went all sideways. It, you know, they apparently are not very concerned about getting packages to where they're supposed to be on time or calling when there's any kind of confusion. Uh, what apparently happened was it went to Cebu, then it went to Manila, and this is after we had actually straightened out the postal code. It goes from Manila to Iloilo, and my wife is on the phone with him asking, why did it go to Iloilo? What's going on? And they say, oh, well, it's just because it's got a similar postal code. So we'll send it from Iloilo to Puerto Princesa. Okay. So we waited all week for them to get it out, and then when they finally got it out of Iloilo, they sent it to Cebu on a boat. At this point, it had been in the Philippines for over a week, and you sent it in the wrong direction on a boat. And then they claim it ended up in Manila or something, or that they keep saying it's just in transit. And my wife is asking, where is it? Exactly where is the package? Because it's got a tracking number. They can't tell her. They're basically saying it's not lost. We just don't know where it is. Well, isn't that the definition of lost? So this is W Express. So Pack Mail and I have both been on the phone with DHL trying to get this resolved many times. I think Carol at Pack Mail has called several times. Usually her phone calls are not returned. I've been on the phone with DHL at least twice about this myself. The second time I talked to a manager, and the person in management told me basically, and this was on about July 15th. They said we can't do anything right now because W Express says not to call them about this package until July 16th. So, and I tried to escalate it up as far as it would go, but they just, and I kept saying, look, somebody in DHL management needs to know about this situation because I am sure this is not according to your standards. They would probably want to know about this. This is an important document that has to do with my son's passport. and he can't travel because he doesn't have the document that has been lost apparently by your contractor provider. And I couldn't get them to really do anything. And July 16th came and went. Package was not delivered, still hasn't been delivered. Here we are, July 19th, still hasn't been delivered. We don't know what's going on. And so here we are, you know. So if you are thinking about shipping with DHL overseas, I would not do it. Um, the folks at Pack Mail were very nice, and they just shipped for free for me a replacement document by FedEx, and that was just a few days ago, and it's already in Parañaque around the Manila area, and she'll probably have it by supposedly Wednesday or Thursday or something within 2 or 3 days. So hopefully that'll work out because we have no idea when this DHL package will arrive or if it will even arrive. They can't even tell us if it's lost or not. So, and DHL doesn't really seem to care that much. So, if you are with DHL management and you want to dispute this and get on this, and if you would like to see this video taken down, I'll be very happy to take it down if you guys get on the ball and really just hold W Express accountable for the really crappy service that they've provided. I want that package delivered and very soon. And in the age of airplanes, I think you can do better than putting it on a slow boat to Cebu. So that's about all I've got to say. And if you're with DHL management, you want to dispute this, call Pack Mail. They're quite happy to contact you. That's Pack Mail, Birmingham, Alabama on Doug Baker Boulevard. Everybody else, I'd just recommend FedEx. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it may have talked you out of something and given you a little bit of education. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.